Hi and welcome to Outdoor World Direct. Today we're going to take a look at the Vango Tahiti 850XL family tent. This is a large family tent. It's one of the biggest that Vango actually make. It's got an air beam design. It's got a free zone format with masses of living space. And what I'll do today is take you through all the great features that make this a classic Vango tent. So with the Tahiti, it's a really popular model and it has been in the range for quite a while now. It has changed in the last year because it's now a 70 denier fabric tent, which brings the overall weight of the tent down. So the weight of the tent is 39 kilos. It still retains all the other great features such as the air beam design. You've got the door going into the porch space, which has also got a mesh panel, so it adds breathability in. You've got the 2-person inner to the side, and then you've got the large 6-person inner to the rear. It's still a nice simple design to pitch because it's a simple tunnel tent. So essentially you're going to peg the 4 corners of the zoning ground sheet and inflate each beam individually. It's not a single point inflation. Each beam would have to be individually inflated. So you're looking at a pitch time of about 18 minutes on this tent. So the Tahiti is part of Vango's Earth collection. That is essentially a range that is designed to reduce the impact of manufacturing on the environment. So the product is made from recycled plastic bottles, and the idea is instead of adding more plastic and waste into the system, what we're going to do is we're going to take something that's already been used and already been created, and we're going to manufacture it and make it into a tent. So the Earth range runs right through tents, awnings, furniture, chairs. It's in a lot of Vango's products now. So you just want to look for that Earth symbol if you're looking at their products, and you'll know if it's been made with this recycled plastic. So with the Tahiti, it's got a free zone design. To the front, we've got the large front porch space. It's also worth noting while we're at the front of the tent that with the Tahiti, it's got webbing straps on the front and of the rear of the tent. Now these are typically the spots of the tent that probably get the most aggravation from the weather and the wind. So putting these webbing straps on them, it helps pitch the tent nice and taut, though you should never overdo them, and it helps just create a bit more structure to the front and rear of the tent, which typically, as I mentioned, can be a bit more affected by the wind. Now in terms of the living space, you've got a fully enclosed door here into the porch space. You can either have it half open, or you can open it to here, or you can 3/4 open it, or you can have it fully closed. So this area is really versatile to what the weather's doing really and what you want to use the space for. So if you want to completely open this door, you can fold it right back and roll it away and have a nice open front porch space. That's ideal if it's nice weather and it's just a nice area, shaded area to sit in during the day. This porch area is also a really good area for storage. It's a good area for your boots and your clothing and that kind of thing, but you don't perhaps want to trample into the zoning living space of the main tent. Inside the tent now, this is the main porch area. So first of all, you've got windows on the front door. These are actually covered by zipped privacy curtains. So you might see a lot of Vango tents that don't have any curtains in the windows in this area. The Tahiti does have curtains on all the windows, so you can make this a more private space during the evening. So this window here is a toggled window, and you can just toggle it up half or full. So you can cover that window. The windows here are actually zipped. So these are zipped privacy curtains, so they're a bit easier to use. So to this side of the porch area, you actually have an entry point. So this is a door. It's got a rain safe cover over it as well. So if it is raining and you had your ground sheet down in here, instead of using this door where the water might just drop off the fly sheet, you can use this side door as an entry or exit point, and you're not going to get the rainwater drop in. So it's also got a mesh panel on here as well, so that allows a little bit of airflow into the tent during the day. So with the Tahiti, you have a large sewn-in living space here. So we've looked at the porch area. This is then the area that has a sewn-in ground sheet and where your inner tent and where your kind of living space is all going to be. Now you can separate and partition off this space at the front using this large zip door here. Now this covers the entire panel, so you can either zip it all the way back and roll it away and have a double living space, or you can zip it and close it halfway as we have here, or you can completely enclose this space off. Now what's really nice about this tent with the sewn in ground sheet is that even the door, it all zips along the base. So even though it's got a full flat door, this will zip up and it will completely seal all this area off. So if you are conscious of bugs and drafts and things like that, this is more ideal than some of the entry-level Vango tents because it fully seals on the doors. So there's no real area for bugs to get into this tent. So within this tent, first of all, you've got a mesh window to the front, which is going to aid some airflow into this area here. This has a zipped privacy curtain, so you can close that off. And if you don't want the draft to come through there, you can close that mesh window off. You've then got a diamond clear PVC window here, which has a toggled curtain, which can be put halfway or full way up. And this section here, we've got another mesh window. Again, this is going to get airflow into the tent from outside, and it's going to help reduce condensation and the effects of condensation inside your tent. With this, it's got a fully zipped waterproof backed curtain, and the idea of this is that if the weather's bad, you can zip this up and be fully sealed from the weather from that area there. But having that mesh window there and the mesh window to the front really helps get some airflow in here. You've also got a mesh panel underneath the window on my right, again just to create more airflow. So one of the key features of the Tahiti is the side bedroom. Now this is built into the tent. It is removable, so it clips in, so you can remove this bedroom and actually just have that space of storage if you wish. The bedroom in here is a midnight bedroom, so it's a darkened bedroom. It won't completely eliminate 100% of the light, but it will help to reduce the early morning light. Once again, to the rear, you have a mesh panel inside this inner tent. Again, that's going to help some airflow get into this area. So on the warmer nights, it will be a bit more breathable in here. Another great feature that Vango put inside of all of their tents is the tension band system. So these orange straps here, now normally you wouldn't have these done up the way they are. In the event of windy weather, what you would do is you would take them out the side pockets and clip them into the brace point here. These help protect from side winds, so it's going to be ideal for providing a triangular structure in windy conditions. It kind of measures up to where the pegging points are on the exterior of the tent, so it creates that nice triangular shape. When the weather's fine, you can just remove them and tie them away. It's really important not to over tension them and just to make them taut, but don't overdo them. So with this tent, you've got midnight inners inside. So these, first of all, they're a 245cm depth. That means they're a longer bedroom than what you're going to see in the Lismore range. So you've got a much deeper bedroom, which is going to be ideal if you've got camp beds or larger air beds or larger self-inflating mats, because they're going to have the space to sit lengthways. Now, the other great thing about these, they're a midnight fabric, so they're a darkened fabric. So they're not 100% eliminating all of the light, but they will reduce early morning light, and they'll provide a much better night's sleep than the standard inner tents that we used to have. You've got mesh panels to the rear, which help it breathe. You've got toggled dividers, so you can format the bedrooms into 3 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms or 1 bedroom, depending on how you want to format it. So this is a nice versatile sleeping space, and the beauty of this and the advantage it's got over a lot of tents is the depth that it has. So it's a much deeper space at the rear of the tent to sleep in, and it's going to give you more comfort. And if you've got a raised camp bed, it should be able to go in lengthways as a result of the deeper bedroom. So to recap on the Vango Tahiti 850, it's part of the Earth collection now. It's got a 70 denier fabric, a 4000mm hydrostatic head. It's now made from the plastic bottle solution, so where the fabric is more eco-friendly. As a tent, it's one of the largest tents that we sell, but because it's got the 70 denier fabric, it has a reasonable pack size and it has a weight of 39 kilos. It's got the free zone format, which is really popular because it's going to give you lots of versatile space. You've got the front porch space, you've got a large living space, and you've got the midnight inner bedrooms at the rear of the tent. This is kind of perfect for your family that maybe a bit of a larger family that want lots of usable space, and they perhaps want a separate bedroom as well, because you've got the offset bedroom to the side of the tent. You've also got optional extras such as the footprint that comes with the tent. It's packaged inside the tent, so you would put that down first before you pitch the tent, and it would help you protect the sewn in ground sheet from accidental damage. There's also an optional carpet. The optional carpet fits into the middle and it just takes the cold edge off the ground and provides a more comfortable camping experience. If you've got any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment box. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching.